Congratulations to everyone. I'd like to introduce you to the father of the bride.
I've just been asked to keep it clean.
That's enough.
Probably an impossibility for me. As you've probably guessed by now, I am the father of the bride. So people told me anyway. I'm just hoping it's true.
Now you know where I'll get it from, guys.
Mentalist doesn't run in my family. I've been asked to make a speech. It's a pity I didn't write one, really. But I suppose we've got to say, really, that doesn't she look lovely? I mean, she's absolute knockout, you know. And the trouble I had getting her to the church, well, I wasn't the church, I know, but the trouble I had her getting there.
Can I just point out it wasn't because I was
Well, it's
not
because I
wanting
was
to
a
marry
bit pissed, actually. That was the
We
reason.
don't know.
I'd had a bottle of champagne, as you do, because I'm not used to making speeches, so I've written one. If you don't like it, you can bugger off. And because I am quite insulting to people.
Never.
And Michelle gets it.
I actually didn't know she had so many friends because, in all honesty, I thought she had insulted everybody. So I wouldn't turn up. And really, truly, what? What did you say? Ouch, get out. Ouch. Not having any of that. I obviously can't read this. I've got to say things that I wrote down. But if I could read it, it'd be easy. And I suppose really I've got to say to myself, well, thank you all for turning up. That's great. And
that sounded really sincere.
I suspect we'll have a good afternoon and an evening. I've had a good afternoon myself.
Go on, drink to that.
Yeah, I drink
Cheers.
and I'm really so pleased, and I'm proud, you know, I'm really proud today, but I mean, to be fair, I mean, Michelle's got married today, and I'm really proud, I'm so proud of her, that she stayed sober all day. This sort of things, I expect she's sitting there thinking, am I going to say something horrible? And I'm not going to mention things like,
Wait, you're going to say something nice.
her toddler tantrums and her emotional outbursts, which we've had this afternoon, and her trip to the casualty department while she was pissed out of her head. I'm going to leave these things out. And I'm going to say things like, you know, she's always brightened up our lives because she's always left the lights on all around the house.
I like that.
All right, I'll try and be a bit serious. I mean, because, you know, I was there when she was born, and she's been. You don't do that. You know, you didn't do that when I was a kid, and they do that nowadays. And of course, it is quite normal to do that. And you know, as I've watched her growing up, I've seen her wet herself.
Some of half the people here. That's my 10 pence worth.
I mean, I've seen her crawling around the floor, and I've seen her throwing up. Well, that's enough about her last visit to Torquay. He wrote the speech. And I suppose I've got to say, you know, it's a special. She's grown up well, and I really think to myself that she's found someone in life that she loves. No, she loves and she cares for, and I think Alfie's a lovely dog, really. Chris has married Michelle, and obviously he appreciates the finer things in life, because he has married Michelle. It's been a long time coming, and I think to myself, that's why he was all cheering today. It's unusual to find a wedding, a ceremony where everybody cheers and claps, and I think they probably deserve a clap now, because after all the time that she's been on my ear hole about, well, if you're going to bloody marry me on that So, I can't.
Didn't say word.
I'm not reading it, I'm making it up. No, he's a smashing guy, you know. I mean, I suppose I've got to say I've gained another son because he really is a great guy. I mean,
He's alright. He's alright.
He's kind of alright.
Shut up, Kevin.
No, he is, because he put up a lovely fence for me. He did it cheap. And he actually made a dog kennel for me, which I've just delivered back to his house because everyone will need it.
Bring himself a home.
I suppose that the thing is, me and Janet, we've been married for 35 years, and they've been happy years. I've been fabulous. I remember it like it was yesterday, and if it was tomorrow, I'd cancel it. The thing is, in a marriage, the things I've found out in marriage is that the most important thing, and there's several important things in life, and probably one of the most important things is laughter. And I think you've got to laugh. And I look back over my past life, and I think when Janet and I first got married, and we'd only been married probably a few weeks, and we lived over in Parkston, and we didn't have a lot of money, and we lived up in a flat, upstairs flat, and we'd had a little bit of an argument, as people do, and you know, you're settling in together, and she fell down the stairs, and twice why did I laugh. And I laughed my arse off. You know, and in all honesty, we still laugh about it now. Anyway, moving on.
She was pushed.
She wasn't plastered. So, anyway, so back to the speech, I suppose. Yeah, so really, the thing in marriage is you have to remember marriage is a relationship in which one person in that marriage is always right, and the other one that's in the wrong is the husband. So Chris, I've got to tell you this, I've had to write this down especially because I couldn't remember it, and the thing is that when you're in the wrong, always say sorry, and when you're in the right, just shut up and keep quiet.
Never looks going on the wrong way.
So, really, with those few words of wisdom, I think it's about time I said to you, raise your glasses and toast Mr. and Mrs. Cutler. I couldn't wish for a better son-in-law. He's really great. He really is, most of the time. And before I go, Michelle did ask me, she went out especially for a present for Chris, and she did ask me
Lingerie.
if and she did ask me to give you this, so if you know, so that is for you, Chris. So
I have no idea what's in there. I just had to point that out.
if you like to open it,
Get it out, Chris.
from luck is over. Thank you.